Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Sun City in Arizona. Hope you're all having a super fantastic, sparkling, fun Friday. Yes, I have one of my pom-poms over there somewhere. It has been an incredible day, but before I forget, please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the little bell if you want notifications of every time we load up a new video. And with the housekeeping stuff out of the way, how was your Friday? Mine was, it was fun and crazy and wild, and it was Friday. It was fun. So what fun things did you get up to today? Let us know in the comments below about the fun stuff that you got to do today. On my side of things, I had a lot of fun today. I had a fun day of productivity. I started in on my my list of stuff that I'd been procrastinating about, and I just got it done. I made a game out of it. I made a game out of getting things done, and it worked really well. And I got some stuff off I still have some stuff to do, and I plan on knocking out some more of it this weekend. I actually opened my writing program today and read some of the stuff I'd written for one of my book series. I have about 3 or now 4 of them. There's definitely 3. There could be a 4th one in the pipeline, but definitely 3. So one of them I opened up the program. I thought, I'm just going to go, read what I've already written, get some ideas that way, and maybe that will inspire me to go write something else. Well, I already have this idea for a piece of flash fiction to get that written. I'm just not sure how to start it. So I'm probably going to work on that this weekend. But the other one, I was reading through it and I thought, these are really good stories. Doesn't matter which. And I've got like several different scenarios of how to start the story. That all leads to the same ending, but it's which beginning do I want to start? So I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, yeah, that could work. And I read through it and I go, oh, that's really good. I like how I've written. And this is just the plot summary, and just this beginning piece of how the story my ideas on how the story gets started. And I write them out on paper, then I type them up into what's the name of that program I use? Scrivener. Yeah, Scrivener. And so I write them up, so I type everything up into there once I've written it out. And I'm like reading through it and going, yeah. And then I go back to what my original story was, and I go, well, that's a good storyline too. But see, there's these beginning pieces, and then depending which one you do as to how the middle of the book's going to turn out, but it's all going to lead to the same ending. And these are stories, and this particular series gets written, or this particular book will be written in 2 different time periods. There'll be the early 1900s, followed by today. So there'll be one chapter in the early 1900s that gives you the backstory of it, that gives you the history, and they're going to be the odd chapter, or there may be the even chapters. I haven't decided yet which. But one chapter will be taking place in the historical period, and you'll be seeing this couple's story the way through. The other one will be 2 to 3 generations later, as they're uncovering the story. And as they uncover bits of the story, you then go into the next chapter and you find out what happened in that time period for them to be able, what actually happened, what the actual story was. So it's going to be interesting trying to combine 2 different time periods. And I need a place. I need to create a fictional town, because this fictional town is going to become a major role in 3 series, and definitely 3 series, possibly a 4th. So I need to create this fictional town, and I'm trying to figure out where to put it. I could put it in Washington. I could put it in Oregon. It's going to be one of those 2 states. It'll either be Washington or Oregon based. I just don't know. So I think at some point, Zeffy, Sparkles, and I and Bluebird are going to have to take a trip up to the Northwest and scope out some places. Like, I want it near another town or a city, so that they've got their small little town that caters to the people that are in that town. But if you want major purchase or something, you've got to drive an hour or 2 to get to the nearest city. So if you have, here you go. This is what, on the spot idea. If you know of a space in Oregon or Washington that's about an hour or 2 from somewhere. It's the middle of nowhere, but it's an hour or two to the nearest town or city where you could buy major, where you got some major stores and stuff where you can do major purchases. But it's far enough away that they're an independent little town, and the town will probably only have about maybe 5,000 people, maybe less. So I want a spot, an area somewhere in Washington or Oregon that's only an hour or two from somewhere that I can create a fictional town. So all my Washington and Oregon peeps, start putting your thinking caps on. I'll prefer it to be near the coast. Well, not right on. Well, on the coast would be good, but I think I'd prefer to have it back a few miles from the coast. So, if you go for a day to the beach, it's like a 30, 40-minute drive, less than an hour type of thing. So if you are from Oregon or Washington, or have visited Washington and Oregon a lot, and you know of a spot near the beach, near a lake, it's got to be near water, near a beach, near a lake, not so much a river. I want a body of water like a lake, preferably a lake. Ocean would do, but not a river. Well, a river could be running somewhere along somebody's property line. But yeah, so I want a place somewhere in Washington or Oregon that I can create a fictional town of no more than 5,000 people. It maybe end up being a little less, maybe end up being less than that, but no more than 5,000. So if you know of a spot where you could put a town of 5,000 on, let me know, please. I do plan on doing a trip up to the Northwest at some point with Sparkles and Bluebird and Zephy. I'm sitting there watching and sniffing things. So I need a town I need a large-sized town or city that could have, the major stores in it. So if you got to do big purchases and stuff, you got to drive like an hour or two. It's a day's trip to go do shopping in the city for stuff that you can't get in your little town. So so if you know of anything, please put them in the comments below, because I would like to go and I want, because that little town is going to become a major point in three novel series, maybe a fourth. Still just trying to decide what I'm doing with the fourth idea. But anyway, so see what happens when you start completing stuff. You're making room for ideas and creativity to come through. So if you have a lot of stuff on your to-do list that's been sitting there for a while, get rid of it. Get it done. If you don't want to get it done, say you're going to park it until a certain date, just so it helps space come into your head and helps with the creativity. So I had a fun Friday reading through stuff I'd already written for these series with the different beginnings and stuff. And I got about 3 of them sitting there and trying to decide which way to go. I don't know how all 3 books are going to end up. Well, not all 3 books. I know how the book is going to end. I just don't know which beginning to do, because that will determine what happens in the middle. But the ending will be the same on all of them, in all 3 scenarios. So yes, that was part of my fun Friday. My fun day of productivity was getting stuff off my list, completing stuff and getting off my list, even the stuff I was like, you really don't want to do that, but I went and did it anyway. And then I had a crazy puppy to deal with this morning. I don't know what got into her this morning, but she came over, knowing that it was my normal time for working. She comes over here next to me here, and she's like whining and howling at me and putting a paw up on the seat next to my leg, as I say, I want attention and I want it now. And I'm like, well, do you want to play? And she just looked at me and went, rawr, this big yawn type thing that she does. Yes, I'm trying to imitate you. She's suddenly like looking at me. And then, she was just acting like she wanted to play, but when I suggested she play, or I went to play with her, she ran and hid. So I'm not sure if that was part of the game, but we had some cuddle time. So I picked her up and gave her a hug and walked into the bedroom. So I find it easier that if I've got her, that's easier to put her on the bed, and then I can give her hugs while I scratch her and that sort of stuff. So she got some good hugs today, and she got some special attention today, and she seemed to enjoy that. But after like about 5-10 minutes of this hugging and talking things. She was like, I'm out of here. And she ran back up on the thing. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'm going to work now. So it's, yeah, but just behavior that's not normal for her at that time of the day. When she does that, she normally does that in the evenings when she wants her TREATs. Oops. I think my dog might have learned how to spell. As soon as I went TREATs, her ears went. Head stay where it was. The ears just turned, whichever way they turned, towards me, like, and then the head sort of came around, but something out the window caught her attention. So yes, so I think she might be learning to spell. It's too young for her to learn how to spell. She's only 2. Save the spelling stuff till you get older, Zeph, because then I'll have to come up with other ways to hide things. But anyway, so that's it from me for today. I am out of here. We're going to go take the pup for a walk, and I've got my phone ready because my fun challenge for this week is to take random photographs of things while I'm outside walking. That's what it was. Yeah, taking photos of random things while walking outside. That's what I'm going to be doing. And I haven't heard back from the dog place to see if we can get Zephy in tomorrow or Sunday. What's it with people? They turn around their voice and say, please leave your name and number and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. I'm looking forward to talking with you. And then you hear nothing. But I have been busy today getting things done. So anyway, I'm out of here. Let us know in the comments below what fun things you did today. That was fun. What fun plans do you have for this weekend? And if you know of a spot in Washington or Oregon where it could be, have a town of 5,000 people where it's got to be in the middle of nowhere. 1 to 2 hour drive to the nearest town or city, major town or city, close to a body of water like the ocean or a lake. Actually, I think I like lake better because then I could name the town after a lake. Yes, I'm kind of thinking that might work better. Anyway, I need a piece of land in Oregon or Washington to base a fictional town. So if you know of a spot, please let me know. Have a super fantastic sparkling evening. We will catch you guys back here tomorrow morning for Shake It Up Saturday, where we challenge you to step out of your comfort zone and to try something new for the day. So have a super fantastic sparkling evening, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Hey, konara. Buttons aren't working.